Here's a little palate cleanser. I forgot. I meant to pull this up earlier, but I did this just for you, Sean.
You
So
can see every.
happy together. I
That is
can't
too
see
funny.
me winning a chip without you and CP3. All right. Do you want to pick some all-star winners real quick? We got some
Let's
contests to look
do
at
it.
for tomorrow. Let's start with I think everybody's appetizer. We'll start with the. I don't know if it's the least favorite. I don't want to be mean, but it's the skills challenge. We have Team Antetokounmpos. What's your first thoughts on that one, Sean? This is a repeat from last year, but we got the Antetokounmpo brothers as a team. How do you feel about that?
I don't know how to feel about
Fair enough. Second team is the
that.
Utah Jazz. And then the third team is Team Rooks, not Team Rookies for some reason, but Paolo Banchero, Jaden Ivey, and Jabari Smith Jr. Now, outside of Benedict Mathurin, because I'm a homer, these are the best three rookies you could have for the skills challenge. So if you had to pick a winner, Sean, who would you pick for the skills challenge?
Dude, I honestly am liking the way that Team Rooks is looking, dude. I can dig
Mm-hmm.
that squad, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I
It's
mean,
solid.
Banchero, Jaden Ivey, and Jabari Smith Jr. Like that's kind of a a lineup, dude.
That's the
I
one,
like
dude. I'm
that.
going with you. I ain't even doing. We're not doing this undisputed Skip and Shannon nonsense. We're making the rational. This the pick. This is the pick I made on the bounce earlier this week. So there's no way I'm going away from it now. If they allow you to bet on this bet on Team Rooks, I'm telling you, they'll take it down. I would love to see the Antetokounmpo boys pull it out and win, but not going to happen. And I refuse to root for Team Utah because this whole thing being in Utah is the whole reason we all have to deal with Karl Malone's ass coming out of the woodwork. Have you heard about this, Sean? This punk is
No way.
back. Karl Malone's going to be a dunk contest judge, I believe. And
What?
I, for one, think that Karl Malone has no business being back in the NBA. And his whole thing is he's trying to give back to his brothers and help find a way to make sure that no NBA players go poor, which sounds like a great initiative, and it is a great initiative. However, I won't get too graphic on this show, but I will say this. Just do me one quick favor before you go patting Karl Malone on the back or get excited about a Karl Malone reunion in Utah. Do me the favor of Google searching the word Karl Malone 13-year-old. All right? Or you could look up Karl Malone's children and find out which one of his children, a former NFL player, and you just look into the information about their parents. All right? So Karl Malone is a scumbag. He's a predator who, through money, is the only reason Karl Malone's not in prison is because of money and because he was able to buy a family's compliance. And he has no. And how dare? And I love the NBA. I love it so much. And it's just a black eye on the NBA that has no bit. There's no need for it. Karl Malone has no business being in an arena that has that many children in it. To be frank, so Sean, hey, I guess do you know of what I'm talking? Do you know why I'm so mad about Karl Malone? And do you agree or disagree with my opinion that he shouldn't be here?
Well, after hearing all that, yeah, I don't really have any other choice not to agree with you. If you are diddling little kids, dude, I'm not about that life. But I'll
So
be
okay,
honest, I had no idea that was a thing.
I will without. I think I can do this without being graphic. Karl Malone fathered a child in college with a 13-year-old. And he was able to retroactively, I'll say allegedly, all right, allegedly, he was able to retroactively get the parents signed a consent waiver. So technically, no laws were broken. But Karl Malone also, I mean, he has multiple children. Nothing of this is a knock against the children. That's, and I won't go too further, but he's had multiple professional athlete children. And the only ones that he's also had multiple other. He's like Nick Cannon, but with sports. And the only ones he's ever shown any time of day to have been the ones who have gone on to be professional athletes. Once you're worth a dime, Karl Malone has time for you. So I'm not hearing it. I'm not here to listen to Karl Malone is here to do anything for anyone in the NBA that's not named Karl Malone. Karl Malone. And I would just say that the mailman doesn't deliver on Sunday, so keep his ass away from anything that's going on Sunday or Saturday. I don't care. Get him away. And I'm not normally one who says go to the streets, go to the tweets, but I have done my part every time I've seen anyone mention that Karl Malone will be a part of the festivities. I've taken a couple seconds out of my day to quote tweet and mention Google search Karl Malone 13 and tell me you still want this guy here this weekend, because the NBA still has time to fix this. You can fix this. I'm not a big cancel culture guy, but I draw the line at the safety of children. All right. I will happily say, yeah, get that dude out of here when it comes to the safety of children. So, no Karl Malone for me. Thank you. Sorry for those who aren't here to hear about my politics. I appreciate you sitting through 3 minutes of me, shouting from my soapbox. But it had to be said. I'm sorry. It had to be said. We're in Utah. The Utah Jazz came up. But, Sean, let me it and switch it back to the lecture at hand, which is the dunk contest. So I think I know who you're going to pick, but I'm going to let you have the first pick here. Who you got winning the slam dunk contest?
You already know, dude. I'm taking my boy Mackey's. Let's do it.
I like it. I cannot necessarily disagree with you. He would be my first choice. So let me say this instead. My dark horse, or my second choice, is Kenyon Martin Jr. Now,
what is said to say?
Be still my nostalgic heart, Sean. Do you have some fond memories of this guy's father?
I wouldn't say fond memories. Don't get me wrong. I mean, his dad was definitely a stud, but I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm a fan per se of Kenyon Martin,
guy,
but
you loved having him on your team. You hated to play against him, probably, right?
Yeah.
I will say this: the Kenyon Martin, Richard Jefferson, Vince Carter, Jason Kidd Nets, despite them maybe being remembered as being a part of the most boring NBA finals in the last 50 years, that was a pretty special team. So Kenyon Martin was something special, and he could throw it down with the best of them. So I think Kenyon Martin Jr. has the ability. He might be a step above what his dad was doing. So if you're not going Mac McClung, which I'm all in on Mac McClung, I think it's the best story. I'm almost frustrated at the Sixers for not just waiting until after the dunk contest to sign him, because it's a better story if the G League guy wins the dunk contest. And he's already said he's planning on doing 2 dunks that he says he's never seen at a dunk contest before. So he's calling his shot. And
let's go.
I'm picking heart over my head, dude. I don't care. Give me Mac McClung all day.
So the dunk contest is tonight, right?
Well, yes, tonight. I mean, we're recording at 1:10 in the morning, and as of the time this is be released, yes, it'll be tonight. Yep.
So what, 8:00 or
8:15? Yep. So here we go. Yeah, the coverage starts. We'll pull it up. Oh, it's not on this. It's not on this one. Oh my goodness. Oh, here we go. I'll get rid of the banner, and we will have it right there. Coverage starts. Well, that's the draft. That's the All-Star game is Sunday at 7:30. And I believe it starts at 8:30, the Duncan 3-point contest. There we go. Starts at 8. Saturday at 8 p.m.
Yeah, I'm going to have to watch that. I need to add that to the reminder calendar day.
Well, I will say
I got to watch that live.
I'll say it to you, and I'll say it to all those folks. Now, it's a great time for me to announce some big news, which is that Bite Size Sports has partnered with Playback TV, and we will be doing multiple live streams throughout the week where we analyze and chat through NBA games. And I'm going to do a bit of a soft launch here over All-Star Weekend, because why not? Why wouldn't we want to hang out and watch the All-Star festivities together? So it may be the 3-point contest, maybe the dunk contest, maybe the All-Star game in general, but keep on the lookout. Follow us on Twitter at Bite Size Sports, or follow me at KevNevick_, Sean there, Baker Screet, and be notified when we go live, because we're going to be watching that stuff together. So Sean, by all means, you are invited. I'll have a microphone ready and reserved for you, brother. So we will be looking forward to those festivities.
Oh,
And let's
yeah,
see
dude.
now. Time to pick our next winner, Sean. I will again allow you to go
Ooh.
first on this one. Now, Julius Randle, it should be
Oh.
pointed out, Julius Randle is a late game substitute for Anthony Simons, so I was robbed of having 2 Indiana Pacers and 2 Portland Trailblazers in this one. But yeah, go ahead, sir. What are your thoughts?
That is tough, but I have
Ain't
to
it?
choose one. Can I say my final three? Can I list that?
Absolutely. Live it up.
'Cause okay, because last round's three dudes, right?
I
So
believe that's correct.
I'm gonna go Dame Lillard. Then I'm gonna go Tyler Hero,
Oh,
and I'm gonna go your boy Tyrese.
I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Okay. I
Now
like
that wasn't
that.
easy, man, because Kevin Herter is a shooter, bro. Jason
Mm-hmm.
Tatum is a shooter. Like Buddy Hield, obviously. I mean, that's what got him into the NBA, but it's tough. But yeah, I'm gonna stick to my three, man. I think Dame's gonna take it because like Dame is an automatic bucket, dude. Speaking of Dame, I do have a 97 overall Galaxy Opal Dame Lillard on my squad, and it does not matter from where I shoot the ball. That dude makes it. Like it's like damn, it's like automatic, dude. He's just an automatic bucket. So I know 2K is a lot different than real life, but there's a reason why he's so damn good in
Appreciate it.
2K, and that's because he is a bucket waiting to happen. So
Yes, and you bring up a good point. They do have the 4-point shot, so that's advantage to Dame. Now, this is a tough one for me, and I'm going to take this moment to force all of you to listen to a brief moment in Pacer history. So, you might be surprised to learn, Sean, that in all of NBA history, no Indiana Pacer has ever won the 3-point contest.
oh wow, even
Right?
Reggie.
Even Reggie 0 for 5. I hate to even say it out loud. Please, I hope my idol, my childhood idol doesn't hear this and hate me for saying it. But yes, Reggie was 0 for 5 and Paul George was 0 for 3. So the Pacers, they've had, I believe, multiple dunk contest winners at this point, but no 3-point contest winners. So Tyrese Halliburton and Buddy Hield, they're the only team that has 2 out of the 8 in here. So their odds are better than they've ever been. I also think it should be noted that Buddy Hield, before the All-Star break, so in 60 games, mind you, he has already set the Indiana Pacers single season 3-point record. So he's already
Wow.
broken one of Reggie Miller's records. So with that in mind, I like the odds of a Pacer winning this thing. Now it's hard. I feel like I have to pick one. I don't want to have my final 3 include 2 Pacers. So let's see. We're gonna go with Dame Lillard because he may never get a championship, so we at least need to see this guy win the 3-point contest. He deserves it. My other finalist would be Kevin Herter. As you've pointed out, the dude's a sniper. He's one of many reasons why the Sacramento Kings are a top 4 team in the West right now. No one's talking about them. We'll continue to talk about them because they deserve it. And you know what? It's a little bit of it is revenge for the early 2000s. Long live the Kings. They're finally going to break their playoff drought, and I would love to see Kevin Herter show the league what is up. But for my third finalist and my champion, I'm going to give it to Tyrese Halliburton. Now, I would be just as happy if it's Buddy Hield, but Tyrese is shooting about 40% from 3. So, yeah, give me Tyrese Halliburton. So that way, 2 different players can, unfortunately, sort of dethrone Reggie Miller as the all-time Pacers' greatest 3-point shooter.
I like it. I like it a lot. We only have one different player in our top three, so I don't know. Maybe that's a
Take that
sign,
for
dude.
data.
Yeah, bro. Cool stat, bro.
Yes, yes, yes. And we might as well look at it. We don't have to pick because it's going to be hard to pick, but this is going to lead me to a question that I think, Sean, you will find very interesting. So here's the player pool. There will be a draft. So keep that in mind. Now, it was announced today that in order to avoid a last player drafted scenario, that not only, this year, unlike previous years, they are doing the draft the night of. They're doing the draft like an hour before the All Star game. So they're essentially schoolyard, open gym, recess style, picking teams damn near at half court. You know how they used to do it back in the day. A couple
Yeah.
of the seniors would walk up and be like, "All right, we're the four captains. You go around, you pick your teams." That's basically what they're about to do. But to avoid hurt feelings, they are going to draft the reserves first, and then, because as you know, the starters are selected, they're selected through voting. So they'll draft the reserves first and then the starters, so that somehow in some way that provides an illusion that no one was the last pick. So I kind of have already foreshadowed what my opinions are on this. So I will just ask you, Sean, how do you feel about the NBA All-Star game? The best players in the NBA taking these steps to avoid a Mr. Irrelevant last person being drafted.
I think we live in a really soft fucking time, man. Like, I really do. Us as kids can handle getting picked last. I mean, dude, it happens in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just enabling this participation trophy fucking culture that we live in. I'm not gonna go on a big rant right now. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, I think it's fucking stupid. But whatever keeps these multi-million-dollar athletes from getting their feelings hurt for being picked last for a fucking all-star game. Like, get out of my face, bro. It's ridiculous.
I'm with you,
But
dude.
yeah,
Yeah, it's the All-Star game. You're the best of the best in the league. Who cares?
right.
Like you said, I I've been last picked in recess, been last pick in intramurals. Like it's a lot of people deal with it. It's something most of us get over before hair starts growing in weird places on our bodies. If I'm being real blunt with you, like the
If
fact that when we
anything, I mean, as a kid, if I got picked last or something, if anything, dude, I'm motivated to kick ass, bro.
right,
Like, I'm trying to come in there and show out. Like, I was always my mentality. I can't necessarily remember a particular time where I was picked last, but I'm sure it's happened. And I don't think I ever cried about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you
I don't
got
know.
I don't know. You got dudes out here making up stories about other people so they can pretend. You got the Kansas City Chiefs pretending that everyone was doubting them all season, and then you've got, Tom Brady did it for 20 years. Nobody ever gives me any credit while the whole league just bows to him. You got Shaquille O'Neal pretending that David Robinson snubbed him so he could play harder. And here's an opportunity to give one player some extra motivation to go off at the All-Star game, mind you. God forbid he be motivated to go put on a show. Yeah, let's just protect feelings instead because everyone needs to. My God,
So ridiculous, man.
yeah, it's not a good
I
look,
don't know.
man.
I literally just I worry about the future of our world, man. Like, if we keep this mentality where we can't let anybody's feelings get hurt, you're gonna have a bunch of soft motherfuckers, dude. Like, I don't understand how you can't see that. Like, when I say you, not you particularly, Kev, but you know what I mean.
I'm
I
offended.
don't know how people can just not foresee this being a problem. Like, you can't coddle people their whole fucking life, especially when they're grown men. Like, stop calling these grown ass men, man. This is ridiculous. This is not the example we want to set for our children. I work hard to make sure my kids aren't soft. Like, like, seriously, man. Like, there's times where I have to seriously hold back. Because let's keep it real, dude. I love my future wife, but she coddles the shit out of my stepson, and I constantly have to hold back because it's like I don't want to be the asshole. But damn it, stop this shit. This is ridiculous. Should not be crying because you didn't get Cheez-Its, bro. This is retarded. Stop. Grow grow a pair, dog. You say you got hair on your nuts, act like it. Stop fucking crying about Cheez-Its, bro. I'm tired of this. Anyways, Just had to throw it out there. I love
Oh, I
them.
love it. I do. I do get upset when I can't have Cheez-Its either.
This dude just did this